And the defense in the GTTF trial called them the Twin Towers of Justice.
Well, Leo Wise and Derek Hines, they're the prosecutors who tried detectives Marcus Taylor and Daniel Herschel. And today they sat down with our own Brian Kubler to talk about the case that rocked our city. Brian.
Jamie, some are calling this case the largest police corruption trial in a generation, the implications of which are not lost on the two men charged with trying it. Many prosecutors will tell you there's often a moment or a piece of evidence they see that can illustrate an entire investigation. In this case, it wasn't so much the actual corruption as the tools of it.
The grappling hook?
Yeah.
I mean, that was sort of that and all the other tools, the machete, the masks, the BB guns, the things that they were carrying in their vehicle. When we found that out on March 1st, when the arrests happened and the vehicles were searched, we were sort of in shock.
That was the moment both these prosecutors began to realize the scope of the criminal behavior of 8 Baltimore City police officers in the Gun Trace Task Force. A ring of corruption that only widened as prosecutors prepared for this trial.
And it just kept getting worse in ways that I think we never could have anticipated. And so we followed the facts.
They're about to get it open.
Wherever they led, and I was surprised again and again and again by what we found.
And then surprised yet again to hear it all in open court. Both prosecutors obviously knew all the facts, but now they watched them become very public, cracking open the darkest corner of the BPD to put it all on display.
You can know what the facts will be, but when they're actually said out loud in a courtroom, the effects can be profound.
I hope that it restores faith in the criminal justice system, that there is a body out there, our office, the Department of Justice, that will be the final arbiter to make sure that justice is served.
But even still, there were many questions not answered in this landmark trial. Detective Sean Suter's name came up, only fueling more theories about his death. It was not a topic these prosecutors would entertain today. And while we learned of many leaks of this investigation to the officers at the time, one name remains elusive. We know an assistant state's attorney in Marilyn Mosby's office leaked the investigation to Sergeant Wayne Jenkins. But these prosecutors say we didn't hear that fact because it was not part of the Herschel Taylor case.
With respect to the state's attorney in Wayne Jenkins' plea, which he averred to under oath, there's information about that, and obviously he didn't testify at trial, and so that fact was not relevant for us to elicit at the trial.
Now, Wise and Hines say that name would have definitely come out if Jenkins went to trial. In fact, a lot more facts would have come out if Jenkins did not take that last-minute plea deal. Still, though, while they cannot predict any more charges in this case, the two say this investigation is still very much active and ongoing.
Wow.